Welcome everyone to another video on the channel where today we have something a little bit different. As you can see, there's a timer in the top left corner of the screen, and today we're going to be attempting the 1 hour challenge that Sensei recently made a video on. He sort of challenged his viewers or whoever wants to participate, see how many points they can get in an hour's worth of playing online, of course. And yeah, so I'm attempting this, and I guess this is going to be part of my Road to Infinite series as well. I did actually drop down to 829, and I need to make my way up to S rank, so I'm going to see if we could do that today. And so here we go, kicking it off with the first round. I'm actually kind of excited to see, like, I'm not excited, maybe like a little interested, because this is a really interesting challenge. Because it really depends on a lot of, like how fast your games go and like all sorts of stuff, like the RNG, of course how good you are in shooting and stuff. But like people could definitely easily get over 200 points in an hour, I think, if they played 4 games pretty well, like just getting birdies, eagles and stuff. Even if they managed to get like a 5th game in or something and trying to, what is it, I don't know if we should count like the points that you get into a game that you haven't finished. I feel like only games that you finished should count. Nonetheless, it's an interesting challenge, and I wanted to attempt it because I think I could maybe get 200 points. It's not easy because you have to be consistent, right? You could easily get 4 to 5 games in an hour, and you can't mess up. If you mess up, you waste time, and you don't get that many points. First round here, I kind of talked a lot, but we ended up getting a birdie on hole 11. Yeah, on this map, you usually just try to use a spoon. It's usually the way to go, depending on the wind. But okay, hole 12, par 5 map. This is our chance for eagle, right? I think a par 5 maps are going to be crucial. Depending on how many par 5 maps you get in your set, is going to be kind of like a deal breaker. Because they usually give, like especially this map, they usually give an easy way to get eagles, which can get you, of course, more points. And yeah, if you get like a bunch of hole-in-one maps, for example, which I don't think you'll be able to get a hole-in-one in all of them, like getting a hole-in-one's pretty difficult. And you'd usually end up with a birdie, depending on how your first shot goes, if you get close to the hole afterwards or not. I think you'd probably want to get as many par 5 maps as you can to get the highest amount of points possible, like just to like give yourself the best odds. But again, that's all RNG based. And unfortunately, we don't pick up the eagle here. We do get a birdie. That's okay. We'll still take a birdie. Yeah, I think getting, like, you gotta do everything in your power to at least get a birdie, I think that goes without saying whether you're doing this challenge or not, but like it's really important to at least try to set up your shot to be a birdie, Moving on to hole 1, we got a pretty good shot, almost full power, decent wind. And for those wondering, the timer is going to be accurate, even though there will be edits in the video, like when I speed things up or just do a cut or something, the timer will update through the whole way. Obviously I'm being honest about this, like I'm not going to try to gain any time or whatever. So it looks like we get a birdie here. We landed pretty close to the pin. That makes 3 birdies in a row. Not too bad, not too bad. We might get 5 birdies in a row, That's the goal. Get as many points as you can, Looks like we're being beat by two other people who got eagles in the previous map. I saw some people in the comments of Sensei's video talking about making this like an actual category, something that you can try to get a world record on. And unfortunately, I mean like it might be possible, but it seems highly unlikely that it'll happen like as an official world record run, because there's so much randomness that you can't control. Right, even things like having a match disconnect mid-round, you know, like you could be like 40 minutes into a run and then have like Nintendo servers bug out. Or you could have somebody, I don't know, like taking literally all their time to take a shot, and that could be the difference between you having 5 games and 4 games. And I mean, like, to each their own. I understand that you can just try again, but it seems like we need to come up with some sort of consistency, some sort of rules to ensure some sort of consistency. Like maybe only game time would count, right? And but then like it's hard to tell, like, yeah, it's you can't really tell like usually exactly if it's been. I mean, I don't know, maybe because like I know speedrunners they usually have like a timer that they could just start and stop. So maybe like as soon as they start a game and stop a game, that'll be like 1 game, and they have a total of whatever, an hour for games, you know? I don't know, it's I'm sure people will think of a way to do it, but I'm sure people will come up with a way to, you know, make it interesting, make it fair. And I'm sorry, I know I'm like commentating about the sort of challenge and not really the gameplay. That my bad. I'm just sort of getting carried away here, but yeah, I do like the idea. Honestly, I really like the idea. Alright, what do we have? Another par 5 map. Get a nice shot going. It's pretty good. Now on this map, a lot of people for some reason still don't realize that your second shot has to be hit with a driver and like a low shot. Like if you don't get past this tree here, you need to hit it with a driver or a spoon or whatever and get it to like somewhere here next to the rough. Because a lot of people, they do like a full power driver shot and then they end up hitting the tree, or it gets in the water, or they use a 7-iron or a 5-iron or something, some sort of iron, and it gets in the tree again. Just a helpful tip for you guys.
Nice shot.
Looks like got really close, really close. 11 feet to go, not too bad. But hey, here we go. Looks like another birdie. This is gonna be kind of a difficult putt because of the angle. But hey, I got it. Yeah, I think putting is probably my better skill in golf than wedging and so forth. Cause like, I don't know, putting feels so intuitive to me in this game. The only thing that's not intuitive, honestly, is like the meter. I feel like I can't seem to find like a truly consistent way of putting, like with the power, you know, like, I don't know, something usually like just a tiny bit of extra force can make it go up like a whole circle worth, or whatever, a whole dot worth on the meter. But okay, looks like we do win second place. We got 5 birdies in a row. That's pretty good. 50 points right there. Gonna go ahead and speed up the video, get into our next game. We got almost 16 minutes on the clock. That leaves us with about 45 minutes. Let's see what we could do here. Looks like a pretty strong lobby too. Everyone's A's and S ranks. As we come up to hole 1. We did play this in the last game. We added a little bit of curve. It's gonna make my shot go far right, but that's okay. Not that bad of a shot. I'm not too sure how far left to go here. 17 miles per hour wind. I actually wanted to make a video on calculating diagonal wind, because I think I found a trick to making it a little bit easier. Oh my god, and we hit the flag. That could have been an eagle right there. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I still need to test something out in local play, but I think I found like a pretty cool way of figuring out exactly how much to the sides, or like how much like a certain wind diagonal is to the up and right or whatever. Like if it's going up to the right, I think I found a way how to check how much up and how much to the right exactly it's going. So we'll see how it goes. But another birdie. That's 6 birdies in a row. Not too shabby. Pretty good action so far. I'm expecting some competition with this lobby, seeing as how everyone's pretty high ranked. But yeah, I know I just recently uploaded a video of me getting into S1, and like the next day I went to sit down to play, and I just lost like 3 games in a row. We got to S0, and then I'm like, alright, let's take a break. And then the next day I get on, and I end up getting to 829, and I almost made it to 828, but we just like we ended up getting at like, I just got to the beginning of 829. So now I really gotta work my way back up to S rank. It's hard, like sometimes, like, I don't know, like I think I'm playing fine right now, to be honest. Like I'm hitting my shots, I'm like calculating wind and everything, okay. Getting, 6 birdies in a row, not too shabby, but like, I don't know, like sometimes, some days you just play and you can't hit a shot for your life, You're always like not calculating the wind right, the ball's pushing too far, or like instead of back spinning you make it roll too far or something, your putting's off, something. There's always something. Can't always be good. Man, looks like we got another birdie. 7 birdies in a row. 7 birdies in a row. It's pretty good. Not too shabby. Looks like only, what was it, one other person? I didn't see that well, actually. I think only one other person got a birdie, unless the people on the bottom also got a birdie. Not too sure, but hey, looks like I'm tied with someone at least for first place, 20 points. Here comes hole 7 with not too bad of a wind, I don't think. Okay, never mind, 26 miles per hour wind. That's pretty strong. I'm gonna aim left over here, go between the trees. This is usually the strat when the pin is on the left side. Use a driver here with 2.5 power. Could get right through the trees, and looks like the wind is blowing directly back at us. So I don't think a spoon's gonna be enough here, or maybe it will. I'm gonna use a driver just in case.
Nice shot.
And it actually seems like too much. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I think this is where our birdie streak ends. We got on the rough, so gonna have to probably wedge this in. Wind's blowing pretty hard, so just below 1 should be fine. And oh, I actually did just above 1. That's not the power I wanted to do. That sent my ball flying. I wanted to do just under 1. Alright, let's try to get the putt in at least. Get us a par. Shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Got a bogey. That's not what we want. Come on. Man, that's unfortunate. I actually thought that was in. I think I needed more power, or maybe more to the left. I don't know. Or maybe both. So yeah, going back to the discussion about how to make this into an official category. Like, I don't know, I never really competed in any world record runs or speed runs or anything like that, so I'll leave it to the professionals to decide. But I feel like the 1 hour should be strictly game time and not involve queue times and other things, because that obviously it's not even part of the game, you know, and like queue times could last upwards to like 5 minutes sometimes, you know. I don't know, maybe like depends on the time of day, depends on your rank, I guess. I mean, I know the game usually pairs you up with like ranks of any kind, so it's, you know, it's not super strict or anything on who you play with. But sometimes it just can't find people, you know. Depends on your region, depends on your time of day that you're queuing in. Ooh, I almost missed that, but hey, nice birdie right there. So yeah, I think if we want to make this an official category, we should probably make it so that it's strictly game time. We have an hour of game time, and probably, I don't know. I think it's better to, well, I don't know. I guess we could keep in the points that we make, even if we're in a game that even if time runs out mid game, you know. I think it's still okay to like keep the points there, I guess. Cause like if you start a game and you got 10 minutes left and you get 2 putts in or something, you know, two more holes in, and then time runs out. I guess you could keep those 2 holes, right? That seems fair.
Nice shot.
But yeah, a lot of people are gonna have to kind of get lucky with the players that they play with to make sure everyone is not taking their sweet time and like ending matches quickly. Because you know, sometimes you score and people are like getting in the waters and hitting it like 10 million times. They're missing, the backspin is making it far or something. They get triple bogeys and stuff. That takes time, you know. Every time that happens, you're wasting minutes, and that adds up over like 4 games, you know. That's really the deciding factor between 4 and 5 games. Every time somebody's playing poorly, it you know, it results in you wasting possibly upwards to like 10-15 minutes within the first 4 games. So, you know.
Nice approach.
But the way I'm gonna do it, at least for this video, is I'm gonna count the queue times and everything like that. I'm not gonna do strictly game time because like I can't really calculate that. Like I don't want to go and like replay everything and count exactly how long this round took or whatever. Like I don't have like a stopwatch or a timer or something. So like I'll just put like a timer while I'm editing the video for like everything, queue times and, you know, this stuff, you know, where I'm not in the game and I'm in the post game looking at my rank and points and stuff. But yeah, looks like we finish game 2 at the 30-minute mark. It's pretty good. If this keeps up, that means we could play 2 more games. We should be under an hour by then, probably, hopefully. You know, depends on how the game goes. Let's take a look at who we're up against here. Okay, everyone's in A and up except for one of them. Someone who's in B rank. Hole 13, a hole-in-one map. See, these are the kind of maps you don't really want because you can really only get a birdie. Like it's insanely hard to get a hole-in-one, you know? Like I actually don't know where to aim here. I'm thinking here because then it'll roll left. I'm not sure. Spoon. I know the spoon powers should be good. But okay, yeah, way too much to the right.
Nice on.
But yeah, like see here, I can really only get a birdie. Whereas on a par 5 map, I could potentially get an albatross, you know? That almost never, oh my god, I actually missed. Damn. I don't even get a birdie here, it's crazy. But yeah, like I don't think I ever scored an albatross before. So that's highly unlikely. But I have scored eagles, you know? And I'd much rather prefer a par 5 map over a par 3 map, you know? Because like sometimes even here, right, it seemed like a pretty easy birdie, but I guess I misread it and missed the putt, and now we're up 7 points. We're in 4th place here. Well, 2nd, I guess, technically, but There we go, par 4 map. At least par 4 maps give you a chance for eagle, but if you miss the eagle, you're usually in a really good spot to get a birdie, you know? So like it's safer, I guess is how I would put it. There we go. I didn't want to hit it too hard not to end up on the rough. It looks like I might. Wow, okay, just barely. Perfectly calculated, right? Let's try go for the eagle here. 9 mile per hour wind going left. I think, you know, I probably shouldn't aim too much to the left. And okay, that, bro, you see like this stuff, you know? It's like, how did that push it so far left? I aimed it pretty much at the flag, and it was only 9 mile per hour winds, and seems like it got pushed a lot. I'm not sure. Let's try to get the birdie at least. Nice. You see, so like even though I missed the eagle, I was still in like a good enough position to get a birdie. So, you know, not too shabby. And that's usually how it works with the par 5 maps also. If you miss the albatross, you're usually in a good spot to get an eagle. So those are really the maps you want, you know? Like if someone plays a run where they play 5 games, and they have, I don't know, 4 par 5 maps in one of them, and then maybe like 3 par 5 maps in another, and then like another 4 par 5. Like if they get the ultimate run of just most of the holes are just par 5 maps, they have a really good shot at beating the record, because, you know, you can get an eagle pretty easily on those maps. Yeah, I tried going for a spoon shot here, but looks like I had to aim way more to the left. I think the power is on point, but looks like the wind just pushed it too much. Here we go, chance for birdie. Try not to mess this up. We'll see how it goes. Alright, nice. Not too shabby. And looks like some people got a par, but it's okay. We're in first place here. Hole 3. It's a par 5 map. I mean, I feel like this par 5 map, I forget the other par 5 map, but I played it in my last game, I think, where I was talking about getting it between the trees with the driver. But it's this par 5 map and another par 5 map where it's actually really hard to get an eagle. I don't know the whole numbers by heart, but this one, like, it's not like, unless you have like a really good wind that points you in the direction of the flag, because usually you just end up right here, right before the rough, and then you need some like pretty distant chip in for an eagle. So on this map it's usually pretty hard. On some other maps they make it a little bit easier, like the map with the shortcut on the left side. I forget the whole number, but whatever. Alright, not too bad. Should be an easy putt for birdie. Ooh, that guy almost made it in with a backspin. Jeez. And not too shabby. There we go. That puts us, I believe, what was it, 37 points? Going into what should be the finals. Because I don't think anybody got an eagle. Yep. Looks like someone actually got a bogey. Yeah, someone got bogey. Looks like they're out. Alright, to the finals we go. Alright, see, so good game so far, you know? I think that first putt kind of messed us up. But yeah, for example, yeah, this map, hole 12, like this is a easy eagle map, you know? Well, I can't say easy, but it's easier than the other par 5 maps in my opinion, because you can take the shortcut here to the left side if the wind's in your favor, which it is here. You just gotta use a spoon. If I use a driver here, it's gonna go, I think, out of bounds. It's just gonna roll forever. Yeah, really good, really good. So yeah, so here, probably gonna have to use the iron here. No way I'm using a spoon. Yeah, 3 iron, a little to the right. Try to keep it safe and hope for the best. Let's see what happens. I did curve it a bit to the right, unintentionally. But good thing I put a backspin on, otherwise I would have rolled out. That would have been pretty bad.
Nice on.
Alright, this is gonna be a tough putt. Gotta aim a little to the right, but gotta get the power just right also. Try going for a little below 2. And wow, okay, good. Yeah, you see, I almost missed, but hey, got the eagle. That makes up for the par that I got on round 1. Makes up for it and gives us an extra point. What does that put us at? 51 points. Pretty good, pretty good. And looks like I have about 15 minutes to spare. We're at the 45 mark almost. So it looks like I have time for one more game. I think I started this game at like 31 minutes or something. So, you know, hey, we're almost at S rank actually. This might be doable. I just gotta try to win the next one too. This might be doable. We'll see how it goes. Let's check out who we're playing against over here.
Survival golf. The contestants.
Alright, pretty good lobby. Everyone's A rank, someone's B plus if I saw that correctly. Yeah, so like this par 5 map is also a little on the difficult side, because the first shot, even though sometimes you take the shortcut here over the tree, which is what I'm gonna do, even taking this like little shortcut, most of the time your second shot, your albatross shot, it ends up like before the green, so you still have a pretty distant chip in to do if you want an eagle. And the terrain on this map, like the hills and whatnot on the green, is honestly, I could never figure it out. I have such a hard time with it. Let's see here. Yeah. So like we're gonna just barely get to the green, but we're still quite some yards away from the flag. About 20 yards out. Like I think a little to the right here should be fine. Not too much power because the wind is helping us slightly. And ooh man, I actually think I would have got the eagle there had I done more power. Unfortunate, but I think this is a pretty easy birdie. Yep, there we go.
Nice birdie.
Pretty good, pretty good. Looks like only 2 people didn't get birdies. Yeah, most important thing right now is just to not get out. Because if I get out in this round, like if I mess up, which I might, hole 6 is not my best map, and looks like the wind's not in my favor either. But yeah, if I get out, I don't think I should start another game. Like I don't know what the rules are here, but like I don't want to start a game and then have the timer run out midway. I'm only taking the chance here because I don't think the golf match lasts more than 15 minutes usually, you know? Like, you gotta get really unlucky to get like a 20-minute game or something. Okay, we landed in the rough, but we did land close. Close enough to the flag. Just gotta use a 7 iron. Or maybe, actually 9 iron might be, yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think I need a 7 iron. Wind should help us. That actually looks kind of good. That looks good, and okay, looks like we're rolling away. That's fine. This is one of those putts where you need a good amount of power because we're going uphill and it's pretty steep. And actually looks like I did too much power. Man, that's unfortunate. I actually didn't want to do the 3 dots worth of power. I wanted to do 2.5. Looks like I see, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes putts are just so inconsistent. Like I have yet to find a truly consistent putting method. Some people are good. I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Like I'm trying to watch people like how they do with hand cams or whatever. I can't really find anything like that. I just try to flick it, you know. I try to flick my wrist, and like how hard I flick it is how much it goes up the meter. Even flicking, you flick just a little bit harder than your last one, and there's a drastic difference, you know. Ooh, this actually might go in. Hole in one, maybe. Oh man, that was really close. That was really close. I'm telling you, spoons on the par 3 maps is the way to go. People use irons, but like, I don't know. Most of my hole-in-ones have been with spoons because
Nice birdie.
they have that roll. They have a low shot. They don't go up as high as the as the irons, and they have a low shot, which means they have a pretty long roll. And you can use that roll to your advantage because it means it ends up on the terrain sooner. You know, you could just sort of, I guess, I don't know how to put. I feel like with irons, because it bounces more, it's hard to predict where the ball is gonna bounce, like at what point it's gonna bounce, and like, you know, what part of the terrain. But with spoons and drivers, you're keeping the ball low, so it lands earlier and it just rolls. So really all you have to pay attention to is the terrain. Is it going to make the ball curve to the right? Then just aim to the left and let it roll in. But sometimes you can't do that. I feel like the limiting factor here is that you can't backspin with drivers and spoons. So if the wind is not in your favor and you need some backspin for reassurance, then
Nice
spoons aren't your option. You know, you can't. They're not gonna help you. Sometimes the irons are necessary. Looks like we end up in the bunker. That's not ideal. I mean, it doesn't really matter since we're right in front of the flag, but I really wanted to end up on the green or fairway. But looks like, ooh, man, look at all these close calls, huh? I keep getting just right next to the flag. 3 feet to go. I mean, easy birdies. I mean, I can't complain. It's still fine. But I'm always so close to getting like a hole in one or an eagle or something. But oh wow, look at that. How did that bounce? Did you guys see that? This guy ended up in the bunker. Damn, that was so weird. Like it hit the flag and it sort of bounced off. Like in a really weird way, like it just like had a really hard bounce. That shouldn't have happened, I don't think. Poor guy. He had such a good shot too. Almost a chip in, and he ends up in the bunker. 37 points again, I think. The second game that I played, I had 37 points going into the finals. Could be wrong about that, not sure. But another hole-in-one map, kind of unlucky. I'm really praying for par 5s right now, but it's okay. Try to get a hole in one here.
final round.
I think I could use a spoon here. It's gonna be close. I think I need probably just a little bit above the second dot here. That should be good. Looks like, oh, actually looks on target. And it's, god damn. God dang it, man. There's always something. It just barely touched the edge of the bunker, which made it stop dead in its tracks. Let's try to get the putting right. I don't want to mess this up. Perfect. Nice. Right in the middle for a birdie. That was amazing. That was a hard shot, but made it work. I'm proud of myself for that one. That should take us up to first place into the finals. I don't know. We could actually get S rank here. It's either we get S rank or we get just before S rank and it'll suck, but let's see how we end up. 47 points. These are some pretty good games, not gonna lie. Not too shabby, not too shabby. There we go. S rank. Let's go. Back in business. We are at the 58-minute mark, so I'm not going to start another game. There's no point. Even if I might make just one shot, I don't think that should count, honestly. But Let's take a look at our points. We had 50, 45, 51, and 47, which is a total of 193 points. That's pretty good. I think I beat Sensei. I think Sensei had 5 games and 188 as a score. That's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Of course, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, and of course, try this challenge out for yourself. Maybe you might be, might get lucky, might get some, maybe 200 points. I think that's the goal right now, getting 200 points. If anyone could do that, that'd be pretty sick. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care, everyone.